The Chief Executive of Dubai Airports, Paul Griffiths, is here with me, and it is excellent to be here with you because, just to be, we've talked over the crisis via Zoom or WebEx, but now to actually be able to meet, it's good to see you, sir.
Good to be here, Richard.
So tell me, when we look at Dubai and the way in which you're now facing the next stage in this crisis, what is it?
Well, the next stage, I think, is to be ready for recovery, because I think the pessimism of the uncertainty that we've been facing has to give way to the opportunistic and optimism of recovery that we're going to follow. And the good thing is we never really shut anything down. We put things into hibernation, but we maintained a full state of readiness in order to be able to springboard back into the real world when traffic starts to recover. And we've seen that. We've seen 40% growth over a 6-week period just before the Christmas peak. And we're now at about 111% of pre-COVID levels in terms of arriving and departing passengers from Dubai.
So you've got more people now than before, than in 2019?
That's correct. On a point-to-point basis, visitors to Dubai through the airport at 111% of what they were pre-COVID.
And that shift, O&D, as they say, as opposed to Sixth Freedom, where it's a way of you're going through the Dubai hub. Do you expect that to hold? Do you expect that the numbers will maintain?
Well, the good thing is, you see, having built confidence in Dubai as a destination, the actual multiplier effect of the origin and destination traffic to the economy is hugely valuable. But now what's happened, because of that attractiveness, when the transfer markets come back, we will be in an incredibly strong position to resume our preeminence with the Sixth Freedom as well as this point-to-point market.
Okay, so the big problem, of course, is when will it come back? Now, you closed Dubai World. When would you expect that to reopen, if in the short term? And again, the new airport coming on stream, when?
Well, a couple of things. First of all, we only closed DWC because at the time now we are able to accommodate all the traffic from DWC at DXP temporarily. But once DXP fills up again, DWC will open and we will populate it fully again and continue our growth trajectory.
So what's the plan? I mean, within the region, there are many airports, and of course Hamid at Doha, who've done an extremely good job in what they've built there. It's always a case of what each place does next. So what will you do next? Because the terminals that you've got are beautiful, but they will start to age, and they will need to be refreshed.
But compared to other airports around the world, we've got some of the youngest terminals. Remember, Concourse A only opened in 2013, and Terminal 3, which is over 1 million square metres of airport terminal, opened in 2008. So still relatively young. And we're constantly refreshing and refurbishing. We've got 2 major projects we're putting together over the course of the next 12 months.
We talk always about what you need as an airport operator from regulators now. What is it? You've been fairly outspoken in the past at the way in which they have failed to have a common policy. What do you now need?
Well, I think the thing is, once the testing regime becomes history, which I think it will do shortly, what we believe is going to happen is there will be a very strong recovery, and we need governments to stop interfering with the common sense health regulations that are now emerging in the wake of the response to the latest strains of the virus. I think the thing is, we've got to get to live with it, and we've got to be able to travel as part of that normalization of the approach to the virus in the future. That's when people will get their lives back. That's when they'll become mobile again.
And we are, you and I have known each other a year or two. It is just good to be able to be here and talk to you.
Well, we're living the dream of what travel should be enabling around the world.
Thank you very much. Good
Pleasure.
to see you.